and welcome to a new video. This week I'm back with, well, a fashion episode because in life you just need a balance of things, and yeah, so this week it's fashion. So today I bring you a video called My Vintage Wardrobe Essentials, and since I've been on YouTube, this is like one of the key questions I've been getting, like, oh, if you're gonna buy vintage, like, what are you gonna buy? Like, where do you start? So basically this is the video that answers all those questions. So obviously there's so much more to vintage than what I'm gonna show you today, like so much more. But the pieces that I'm going to show you today are basically like my essentials that I use for building my outfits, and if I was to start my wardrobe today and go out and buy things, those would be the vintage things I would buy. And obviously this is like a very personal thing, again, so you have to use your judgment when buying anything, but I always find that those pieces, whether they're a bit more crazy or a bit more simple, they just kind of work as my staples in everyday outfits. So that's what I'm going to share with you today, and shall we get started? So starting with a very obvious thing, the blazer. Honestly, the blazer is such a timeless piece that I think everyone should have a blazer, but this is honestly one of my favorite pieces in my wardrobe. This is actually the second jacket that I have like that because I ruined the first one in the laundry. Congrats to me. I mean, a couple of reasons why I love it. I think it's great for layering. I think it's great as outerwear. I think it's great for any season. I think it's great for whatever occasion you have. It's a very universal piece that you can use across so many different outfits. So obviously when shopping for vintage blazers, you'll notice most of them are going to be oversized or too big. It's really hard to find something in your size when you're shopping for vintage. Either it's too small, either it's too big. But the good thing with blazers is that actually the more oversized the better, in a sense. It's just about how you style them. You know, obviously the bigger the blazer, the more you can like belt it. And the cool thing about vintage blazers is that you can really go either very like classic, minimal, I don't know how they call it, neutral style. You can do all that, but at the same time, if you want to go a bit clueless, like this is a perfect print to do that. Just pair it with a, you know, pleated mini skirt. So many ways to style it. That's why I love this piece, because it can actually work whatever style you want to do. Like, it can be 70s, it can be 80s, it can be 90s. It's so whatever vibe you're going for, it's kind of like a very good universal piece to start with. So while I'm not a very like minimal person, I obviously sometimes have to dress for work. I do those things, right? I'm a normal person, so it happens to me. So this is like a great one that I love because it's very like, it's just a classic blazer. I love that it's linen, it's beige, it's kind of like the perfect color for summer, but obviously when paired with a turtleneck, it's, you know, it's more appropriate for colder weather. And additionally, what I love doing with this piece is just belting it. I would actually usually belt it without a top underneath and kind of wear it as a top. So I love belting and cinching oversized blazers because it just like, it brings out this like really interesting silhouette, which I just really love. So I really love the fact that like the shoulders are accentuated, you have the shoulder pads, you have the masculine fit, and then personally for me, I really love that it kind of shows off my waist, because this is like, I mean, I just love my waist. You know, I'm not even gonna hide it, like, I'm proud of it. It's good to love your body, and my waist is just like my favorite part, and also my boobs. So those two types of blazers are super easy to find in any secondhand, you know, charity shop, wherever you're shopping. And usually they're not really expensive, but the trick is to look in the men's department where things are, one, cheaper, and two, no one really shops there. So that's where you go. Accessories are also part of the wardrobe, so let's talk about them. So that's the thing, I've had designer bags in the past, but you asked me what my favorite all-time bag is. This is my absolute favorite bag, and it's just because it works with probably like 80% of my wardrobe. It's rare that it doesn't fit any, like, one of my outfits. This again was an eBay find. I think it was £5, if I remember correctly. It's definitely one of my favorite pieces, which I'm gonna definitely, like, you know, fix up and restore, probably until the day I die. So yeah, that's the bag. That's my favorite bag. I guess I'll just show you all of my favorite bags. So this is a bag I used to love, 2 years ago. I don't wear it out anymore as often because I just don't go out. This, again, eBay find, up to £5. I wouldn't probably invest in anything more expensive. Another eBay find. This one is super cute. First of all, it's brown, so it's a bit different from black. And then also the buckle is a heart. Cute. I I have a couple other vintage bags, but I think this is like what I would always start with. Those are the bags I had initially, and they're so timeless that I still wear them. Those are just like my staples, I guess, in my closet. So definitely one of my most worn elements of my wardrobe is the leather jacket, because it can work as a jacket, it can work as a blazer, it can work for layering. It's just a great universal piece again. So depending on your style, I would usually advise to go for a black jacket. For obvious reasons, black is safe, black is universal, black will work with everything in your closet. However, if you're like me and if you love a pop of color, then please go ahead and get something colorful. It doesn't have to be red, but as you can see, even if it's red and it's paired with black, it's not like, oh my god, I look like a rainbow. It still looks quite simple, right? So again, leather jackets are a cool element to have if you're not really sure whether you go in 70s, 80s, 90s, or if you like to do a bit of both. And you know, I'm the kind of person that I like to have a hint of everything. Like 70s are my thing, but I'm not like discriminating against any other era, let's say. If I want to do something a bit more 70s, I just go for flares or, you know, wide leg trousers. Maybe instead of a black turtleneck, I go for a brown turtleneck, and maybe instead of a turtleneck, I just go for a printed shirt and then a scarf. And the reality is, like, I love 70s, but I cannot afford vintage from 70s. So for me, the best way to, you know, dress how I want to dress is to get pieces which perhaps are not as old, but have the same style and just style them up. So this is also a way to go. So if you're looking for something more colorful, I also love my blue one. It's also a great piece to style. It always adds a bit of like funk to any outfit. And obviously the classic black one. As you see, I always go for a very similar style of jackets just because this is like the fit that works for me. I mean, the good thing about this one is that you can also belt it, so it kind of changes how the outfit looks like. And guys, to show you how I started my journey with leather jackets, I'm going to show you my first leather jacket vintage purchase, which was when I was like 15, 16, so it's going to tell you a lot about my style. It's still a cool thing, but it just doesn't work with what I wear in my wardrobe anymore. But just for the enjoyable moment, that's it. Yeah, so this was my first leather jacket. It's not that I hate it, you know, it's just, it tells you a lot about those times. You know, this is a jacket from the Tumblr phase, the grunge phase, cool indie kid phase. But yeah, just like a fun thing, so hope you enjoyed that moment. Okay, moving on. It's again a jacket. As you see, jackets are like an essential part of my wardrobe, and that's just because I'm big on like layering with jackets, that's why. But I think when you have like your blazer sorted, your leather jacket sorted, the next step, it's the wow jacket, which obviously can be a bit of an investment sometimes. This was actually another eBay auction steal from the times I had time to sit on eBay. And I think those kind of jackets are really important to have in your wardrobe because they're actually really easy to style. Actually, the outfit underneath can be very simple. Like, you can go all black if you'd like. You can do a white t-shirt, jeans, sneakers, and then do this jacket and you're like all sorted. And the category is printed shirts. Whatever your style really is, they will work. And I think vintage shirts are so much more fun than anything contemporary that you can get. So like for my day-to-day, this is one of my favorite shirts. Again, look in women's wear, look in men's wear. Most shirts are quite unisex. So as an example, this is my second favorite shirt at the moment. I love it because it's snakeskin, so animal print, very me. But at the same time, you know, even though it's animal print, it's quite neutral in a sense. So it works with a lot of my clothes and is also quite a universal piece in my closet, I would say. And lastly, to finish up the shirts, my last favorite style is an authentic 60s, 70s shirt. The thing you'll notice is that the fabrics are absolutely unbearable. It's the worst synthetic fabric you can ever imagine, which in a sense is a bit of a charm when it comes to 70s pieces. Regardless of that, I love those shirts because of their exaggerated colors, and they also have this very unique stiffness to them, which works perfectly with jackets or blazers because you can always pull out the collar and it gives you like a different, just exaggerated feel to the whole top part of the outfit. And a very important essential in any wardrobe is a summer dress. I have quite a bit of them because they're quite popular in charity shops, so I just can never resist. So this is like a classic late 90s dress, which you'll find everywhere. It's a very easy find. There's plenty of them. You know, the older I am, the wiser I am, the more I embrace a midi maxi length for obvious reasons. Too many accidents on the street and with the wind. They tend to have very girly, feminine silhouettes, but trust me, you don't need to feel girly or feminine about like a dress like that. You can go totally like 90s grunge with it. You can do it with a leather jacket. You can do it with a blazer. You can layer it. You can do so many things. Like the fact that this is like a girly dress doesn't mean it will be a girly dress when you wear it and you style it. I feel a very obvious, essential cowboy boots. So the thing with shoes, I know not everyone will buy vintage or pre-loved, which is alright. I totally understand your concerns. You know, I'm not going to try to convert you because that's not the point. Though I'm the complete opposite of that, and I would rather buy pre-loved shoes than new ones. But I just think you can get a better deal on pre-loved shoes, and a lot of people just, you know, wear shoes once and then they sell them. So I think, you know, if that's going to cost me half the price, then yeah. Those shoes I actually found on Vinted, but they're great because they're comfortable, they're pink, they're different. I'm not gonna lie, I am on a hunt for like a brown or black traditional cowboy boot, but I just can never find something that I can afford. Cowboy boots are absolutely my favorite to pair with, you know, dresses, maxi, midi, mini skirts. I mean, everything really. And I think even though they're pink, when I wear them with maxi dresses, I think it just adds a bit of like an edge to the outfit, which I really love. Okay friends, so that's everything from today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. I actually enjoyed it, so I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if you want a part 2. Let me know what else you want. I'm basically here for you guys, so you just tell me what to do and I do it. Yeah, but that's how it works. Anyways, I'll see you next week, so bye.